Hi everyone, Coach Sullivan here again from MJS Coaching Football. My background is my 38th year coaching. I've either been a defensive, offensive, or special teams coordinator as well as a head coach at both the collegiate and high school levels. In this presentation, I want to talk to you about another of our what we call rifle line stunts or run line stunts, part of our rifle package that we simply call evil. Okay, so evil ends inside. Okay, both ends connected, evil. So end and stud are both going to slant B-gap hard penetrate. Therefore, in this one, and it's the only one, there is no lucky Ringo needed because both defensive ends are penetrating inside to the near hip of their respective guards. So there is no focal point, meaning that we're not going to a tight end or away from a tight end or to a back or away from a back. They're both penetrating near hip of their guard, penetrating B gap. Okay. So then the question becomes, why would we call evil? Have both defensive ends commit themselves to penetrating their respective B gaps? Well, there's numerous reasons. And let's start with what I might consider to be the obvious inside zone scheme in one back. Okay. Whether it's to the tight end, which is the more likely scenario here, or away, by penetrating, you're blowing up the B gap, which is the primary area, the hole, so to speak. So now you're dictated to the running back that you got to cut back. Right, inside zone is press the hole or cut back. Right, so you've already dictated. You're forcing the back to cut back. On the other side, the reason we would do it, same zone scheme to the tight end. This hip would be going away, so now that penetrating full speed up the field would put our defensive end on a bend course as the running back's forced to cut back, beating them right there, right? Two ships colliding in the night, not passing in the night, literally colliding. Boom! Okay, so this would put our backside defensive end on a collision course. If for some reason a team liked to do it to the two-man surface, it would be the same scenario. Blow up the hole, dictating either cutback or bounce. Since this is an open area, it might be a bounce, could be, potentially. Well, that would fall in right here with our C-scrape linebacker. He's the C-gap defender, as well as our force defender, our outside linebacker. If it was still a cutback, again, same scenario, hips away, he's bending and two ships colliding right there in the middle of the night. So it's a great way to take care of inside zone. And it's also a way to negate line splits, whether it's 11 personnel, 21, 20, 22, it's short yardage, it's long yardage. If a team is taking exceptionally wide splits, making it very difficult to cut off, then that'd be another reason to do it. So whether it's a zone scheme, it's not likely to be a man, or a gap scheme with wide splits. But if they have wider splits than normal, like 2.5 to 3 feet, this would be a good way to penetrate and blow that up. Conversely, if they condense their splits because it's a short yardage situation, you're now penetrating to try and take away a wedge scheme, potentially a quarterback sneak scheme. Okay, the ability to just punch it for a yard, you're trying to help with that. That'd be another reason. If it were, let's just say, a power scheme, so they're going to one back or two, they're going to pull the backside guard. Well, now it's much harder for the center to block back on the defensive end when he's penetrating full speed and he's on the back hip. It's hard for the center now to pick him off. Okay, and conversely, you're going to get downs here by him penetrating. He's going to pick up and fence, or stop the guy from curling up into the hole, right? So there's a whole bunch of different reasons to commit both of your defensive ends to penetrate hard and fast up in the B gap. Being prepared when that butts away to take that full speed penetration and now bend it. Okay, now bend it. All right, so evil, both defensive ends were committing the slant technique to penetrate B gap for the reasons stated, and there's a whole host of reasons that I'm sure you can come up with as well. But in any case, If you have any questions at all, please reach out to me at Coach MJ Sullivan at gmail.com, and I'd love to talk football with you.